Hey, good morning. Welcome to CGS Biblecast. So glad you joined us today. We're going to be talking about Naaman. Really great story from 2 Kings. And this is a very powerful guy, right? So let's get right into this. Naaman was a powerful warrior, very, very influential, not a weak man. So he is come down with leprosy. It's a very humiliating disease. He's going to be an outcast. It's going to be a long death, long, painful life. And he's going to it's just a terrible, terrible disease. And so not the best way. He's very, very concerned and he wants to be healed. And so it's interesting enough, there's a slave that's living in his house. Doesn't even know her very long. She's new, young. He just acquired her. I know slavery is a terrible thing. The Bible definitely doesn't condone slavery. Don't get me wrong or anything like that. But that's just the times, right? So he acquires a slave, and it's the lowest person, right? It's someone you do not expect healing to come from. No wisdom should come from this person. They're just a slave. They should do their job, right? But from the lowest place, God does amazing things. And so from the lowest place, the slave girl says, I have a prophet. You should go see him. And so anyways, throughout this whole thing, Naaman eventually sees Elisha. And Elisha tells him to go dip in the river 7 times. Not a very, not what Naaman was expecting, right? Definitely not the way he thought things were going to go down. Now, we talked a little bit about it yesterday, but sometimes God does things differently than we expect. Oh gosh, I'm praying for something right now. It's a miracle. It's a huge, huge thing. And how many times have I hit these deadlines where it's like, God, please do this, and he doesn't do it. But I just believe he's working in different ways, right? I just got to believe that he's got a plan, he's got a purpose, and he's going to do it. And I'm not going to get discouraged because God works in different ways. And like his math is even different. Like things just don't add up and don't work out the way we think they should because God works in such different ways. Sometimes we get upset because we look through circumstances through the lens of pride and we focus on ourselves and the way we think they should be in our own self-interest. Today, Naaman is a man of great power and success, like we talked about, and he expects God to just, do his thing. Elisha's going to say, hey, be healed, put his hands out and say, you're healed. But that's not what happens. He says, I want you to be obedient and humiliate yourself or humble yourself and go dip in this nasty old river. Naaman's like, we got better rivers where I'm from. Like, this is not even a good river. Why is this even a part of the equation? But that's just not what is expected right now. And so he does it, and this is kind of how it goes down. 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 14. So Naaman went down to the Jordan River, dipped himself 7 times as the man of God had instructed him, and his skin became as healthy as the skin of a young child, and he was healed. So if we block everything out but our own hidden agendas, then we will never hear from God's voice. But if we come before him with a humble heart, willing to dip in a nasty river, if we're teachable and open to how what God wants to do in our lives, then that's when he reveals his will and his way to help us grow and fulfill our life with purpose. That's when he comes out and is able to do miracles in our life. It's when we humble ourselves and when we're obedient. Humbleness and obedience is a win-win combo. You put that with the trio of faith, and you've got yourself a powerful lifestyle. If you'll humble yourself, if you'll be obedient to what God is telling you to do, and you carry out that obedience with faith, watch out because God is going to do amazing things in your life. I love the story of Elisha. If you haven't studied Elijah and Elisha, I want you to do it. Study these stories as they are encouraging, and they're going to teach you that God is powerful. He does things in mysterious and wonderful ways, and your life is going to be richly blessed if you can learn faithfulness, humbleness, and obedience. Figure those things out, and you got things figured out for yourself in life. Have a wonderful day and carry out those 3 things in today.